friends. So, something very exciting is happening today, specifically this evening. We are, in fact, fostering in hopes to adopt another kitten. Her name is Pecan. She is a little 6-month-old rescue calico cat, and I am very excited for her to arrive. As I said, she's arriving at 9 p.m. this evening from the boat. And yeah, I'm gonna go and pick her up at 9. But I cannot wait to introduce you to all of her and obviously introduce her to my kittens here as well. She's going to be hopefully a lovely addition to our household and feature in many of my homebody diaries to come. So I thought it'd be great to do a homebody diaries dedicated to being a cat mum, which is one of my favourite things ever, is the fact that I am a cat mum. Of course, I'll be reading in this cozy times, slow, comforting moments. So grab yourself your most warming hot drink, a cozy blanket, and let's get to this very exciting but hopefully still comforting adventure. Very nearly almost time for us to go and pick Pecan up, so we are going to get ready and head off, and then we will be meeting Pecan for the first time. I've just been tracking the boat that she is arriving on, and I am so excited but a little bit nervous to see how she gets on with the existing kitties, so let's go. Hello friends, so the little Pecan is here. There has been a little bit of hissing and growling and not happy from my other kittens, the trio as we now refer to them, but I'm hoping that they'll come around because they're eating together, they're sometimes playing together, and I just want them to have another friend, so fingers crossed that this introduction goes better, but they're doing well so far, so I'm very happy about that. In terms of reading, I'm making my way through. What you are looking for is in the library. I now have my bookmate on front, in which I'm very excited about. I just find it easier for annotation, so I definitely need to get back into that. But I'm 56 pages through and really enjoying it so far. It's made up of short stories, I think, about seeking out the library when you most need it, in which is such a fun concept. And so, yeah, I've made my way through the first short story, and now I'm going to be... Well, it's not really a short story, it's more so a person's perspective. And kind of their life, I suppose, and then I'm going to be making my way through the second, so I'll keep you updated. I thought I'd just introduce you to little Pecan. I will show you her now. Come here, girl. Here she is. She's so lovable and delightful, and she's honestly so sweet and beautiful. I'm gonna put her down because she just likes to run about and move about, but she's so cute, and she's getting on well with the other kittens, and which is just exactly what I wanted. So yeah, that's her little introduction. Then I thought I'd just give a little update on my current read. What you were looking for is in the library. I'm 199 pages through, so not long left to go until I finish this one, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm loving the classic thing where all of the stories are interwoven with one another. The library is the main focus of this, also including our main protagonist, but not really our main character, I would say, who is the librarian, and how full of wisdom she is, and I just aspire to be recommending books like she does, to be honest. And yeah, I just think it's really wholesome, it's really cute, definitely easy to read, and it feels quite light-hearted and upbeat, and I'm really enjoying that. I think, yeah, it's just really easy to pace through and get through, and the pacing is really great, and the characters are all really interesting, and I just don't feel like the stories drag on unnecessarily. So yeah, those are my thoughts so far. As I said, I've only got a little bit left to go. I think maybe one more person's perspective to go, and then I'll give you my final thoughts and review on this one. just finished What You're Looking For is in the library, and I really enjoyed it. I'm rating it in my great tier, I think, which is the top tier, because I just loved every single story and narrative that was woven in here, the themes that were explored, the fact that it was surrounded by books and interpretation and just piecing things together, and it had like life lessons in there and different character studies. I thought it was just such an easy, well crafted read, and I definitely highly recommend it if you like those themes and you like themes including just wholesomeness, but also trials and tribulations through life and kind of coming to a close with them, and just that blissful feeling of you feeling safe and okay in life. Then I highly recommend this book. So I'm gonna put that back on my shelf, write up my mini review on my Notion dashboard, mark it as read and remove it from my digital library, and then see what book I pick up next. I have been making my way through Scaffolding, in which I am now 143 pages through. I think I got to the end of the first story, or like the first person's narrative. I'm not quite sure if this swaps narratives or what happens in it. But yeah, we've just been hearing about this woman who, I don't want to spoil too much because I don't want to give it too much away, because it's quite nice going into it without knowing anything or having prior knowledge. But on about this woman living in this Paris apartment, and scaffolding plays a theme in it, and she's got lots of other themes and trials and tribulations she's going through in life, and it has quite an ambiguous ending, but it's kind of full rounded in terms of it coming full circle with everything that's discussed, in which I found it quite interesting, like as a read, because there was a lot of intriguing elements that you weren't quite sure what they were playing a part in the story, and still it's a bit ambiguous even with it having ended, I think. But yeah, I thought it was enjoyable. But yeah, so I'm 143 pages through, and like I say, I think it's ended because we've got like the number 2 here, so I'm guessing that this is the second story in this book. The chapters are really interesting because you can see there is a bit of a different format. So some of the chapters are just 1 or 2 sentences, others are a couple of pages, and I quite like that because it makes you quite intrigued and want to keep reading. So yes, while I'm enjoying this one, for a bit of change of pace, I'm going to pick up my first ever Agatha Christie, and this is Murder at the Vicarage. I am so nervous but yet so excited to read this book because obviously Agatha Christie is such a renowned author, and I am very excited to be diving in, but I have such high expectations and such high hopes for it, and I don't know if this is even the best place to start. So I'm very interested. I'm trying not to read too much on the back of it, and I'm just really hoping that I like this, and I like murder mysteries, and I gel well with Agatha Christie's writing. So yes, I'm going to swap between this one and then finishing Scaffolding, but I'll keep you updated on my thoughts and review. So I thought I'd just update that I finished Murder at the Vicarage, and wow, this has got me hooked on Agatha Christie's writing. I am wanting to devour next all of the rest of the Miss Marple series because they just sound incredible, like absolutely phenomenal. And I just adored the characters in this, the writing, the mystery, even the build up to the crime, the atmosphere, everything about it had me hooked, intrigued, and just kept me reading. And I probably think that you've already picked this one up, but if you haven't or haven't ever discovered Agatha Christie, I highly recommend you do so. I just thought it was superb, and yeah, like I say, I'm definitely going to be picking up more of her works, and I cannot wait. But this is such a good one to start with, I think, and like I say, I think I'm going to read the Miss Marple ones first because I really enjoyed them. So I also just wanted to wrap up this video here and thank you ever so much for joining me on this adventure. I had so much fun reading all of these different novels and would love to hear any recommendations you may have, any thoughts of any of these books you might have as well. And as always, I hope that wherever you are or whatever you're doing, you have a wonderful day or night. Until next time, bye!